Yes, I know Joe is too. Joe, we get to have Grace in the studio this morning.
We certainly do. We have Mark and Mark here this morning. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so Mark here is with Renaissance Bank, the title sponsor of Cuisine for Kids. Thanks for doing that as always. We'll talk to you about that in just a bit. Also, we have Mark from Grace, who is cooking up this delicious deal for us. So let's start real quickly, talk about Cuisine for Kids a little bit. Tell us about the CAC and how you got involved with this.
Sure. Renaissance Bank's been involved for probably about 6 years, and the event's just an amazing way to give back to the community. It benefits child abuse against those in our community, so I encourage anybody to get out there and support it on the 24th of January when we have the actual event.
All right, so the actual event itself, what happens at Cuisine for Kids? Tell us a little bit about
We donate part of our proceeds towards the CAC, along with we provide good food for people.
All right, so you can see here you've got your thing set up here. So you can go to various places here to go check this out, correct?
Yes.
All right, so if you eat here on Tuesday, January 24th, multiple places you can go, and the benefits go to, there you see it on the screen, the Child Advocacy Center. One of those places you can go is the new restaurant, Grace. Tell us about Grace.
Been open roughly about 2 months now, plus. Overwhelming with the amount of people that seem to love us these days, but it's been good. It's been great.
Outside of the food, what makes it different from other restaurants? You guys have a unique setup.
Yes, we have the first full rooftop bar in downtown Mobile, full service, food and drinks up top. It does get inclement at time, but it's a beautiful way to spend your evening or afternoon up there looking at the skyline in downtown Mobile.
All right, great stuff. So what are you going to make for us today?
We have pan-seared diver scallops here with a little roasted tomato couscous and a little citrus beurre blanc on top.
All right, so what do you need to do to prepare the? Not a lot of people cook scallops that I know, so you're going to teach us how to do it today.
So yes, so we'll sear them a little bit of olive oil, blend over here, a little salt and pepper on here, bring it up to temperature. We'll sear them off here. For TV time, I went ahead and cooked the couscous off. You kind of want to cook it. It's more of an Israeli couscous. It's a little puff. It's not like a grainy. So you cook it like a pasta, a little salted water, and finish it off, and then roast the tomatoes in the oven with a little salt and pepper, a little olive oil.
All right, well, sounds great. So we heard about Grace, we heard about Cuisine for Kids. Just tell us real briefly about Renaissance Bank.
Sure. Renaissance is a regional bank, and we're happy to have 3 locations here in South Alabama, and happy to be the title sponsor again for Cuisine for Kids. And really just thank the 25 restaurant sponsors this year and look forward to another great event.
All right, sounds great. So we're seasoning right now. We're going to get to cooking these scallops. What's the technique? Yeah, I know you're going to show us in the next segment. When you cook a scallop, what are you trying to do? How do you cook it properly?
Well, to get that beautiful sear on it right there, you want to make sure they're dry. You want to pat any water off of them, they'll sit on a paper towel, so it's nice. The water will interfere with the sear once you get into the olive oil. So just lightly, about 2 minutes on each side will be perfect. On this side scallop here to a nice little medium texture, so they don't get too rubbery.
All right, we've got some great food here. Most importantly, you can enjoy great food all day Tuesday, January 24th at so many different locations across the Gulf Coast, with a portion of those proceeds going to benefit the Child Advocacy Center. Cuisine for Kids is coming up. We've got more information online. We're going to do more cooking in just a bit. Guys, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome back in the kitchen. We've got Mark Strickland, chef at Grace, and also Mark Fillers with Renaissance Bank. Guys, good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
We are so glad to have you both on Studio 10. I wish you could smell it because it smells absolutely amazing. We're talking about Cuisine for Kids today. Before we talk about the details with Mark, let's talk about with you, Chef Mark, what you have made so far.
Okay, so far we're doing, we've got the scallop seared off here. The couscous is ready. We're making a citrus beurre blanc here. Okay. So scallops, after that'll be about another minute or so cook time, and they'll be finished, and then we can go to the next step of plating the dish.
I see you have it on a low heat. Is that just to keep them warm? Or?
Yeah, to not overcook them too.
Right.
Sear them at a high heat, flip them over there. You can cut the heat down, and there's usually enough heat in the pan to finish cooking the scallop.
I was watching a cooking show last night, and scallops was on the menu, and they said, the judges were like, this is a tough one to cook because you don't want to overcook them, make them too rubbery, but you do want that sear that you have on there. So I'm excited to try them out. And so we're going to talk about Grace here in just a second, but we do want to talk about Cuisine for Kids. Mark, why is it so important for you guys to be a part of this?
Well, it's just a great way to give back to fight child abuse in our community. The Child Advocacy Center does a great job, and it's just an awesome signature event to be a part of, and we're blessed to be in it now for about 6 years. So.
Yeah, and let's tell the folks how they can be a part of it this year.
Sure. So there's like over 25 presenting restaurants, supporting restaurants, I should say. And just all you got to do is go out and dine on the 24th at one of those participating restaurants, and a portion of those proceeds that they raise go back to the Child Advocacy Center. So that's all you got to do is just go out to eat.
So important. Now, when folks go to eat, do they need to say something,
No.
or do the proceeds
Just
automatically
go to any of the restaurants that are supporting us this year, and they will automatically do it. So it's very easy.
So cool. There you see one of their flyers, which again, January 24th, you want to take part, and Grace will definitely be one of those restaurants. So if someone wants to come and see you guys for dinner, tell me about a few items on your menu for dinner.
This is one of our favorite appetizers here. We have fresh salads, then we also have steaks all the way down to fresh catch in the evening, and a few other large plates and some wonderful desserts from our pastry chef.
Yeah, and later on this month, you are excited because brunch is coming.
Yes, the 29th we go live for brunch.
What kind of items will you have on your brunch menu?
Everything from variations of Eggs Benedict to variations of French toast and some other fresh biscuits baked in house, all kinds of good stuff.
All right, well, it sounds delicious. If folks want to come see you for brunch, that's starting on the 29th?
Yes, correct. We're lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, 11 to 10 through Monday through Wednesday, and 11 o'clock Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, and brunch will be from 10 to 3 on Sundays.
And that's just on Sundays, the
Yes.
brunch. But you guys will be off on Joe Cane Day.
Yes, we'll do our lunch and dinner menu on Joe Cane and then resume brunch back on the weekend after.
All right, well, really exciting stuff. We will continue this when we come back with Joe. Is this all plated and ready to go, or what's
Yes,
next?
absolutely. We'll do some plating and then y'all can eat it all up.
Oh, sounds good. I know Joe's really excited about that. So we're going to have more about Cuisine for Kids on our website, fox10tv.com. Joe.
All right, we are back with Mark and Mark to finish things up. We have Mark Strickland from Chef Grace and also Mark Fillers with Renaissance Bank, the title sponsor of Cuisine for Kids, all to benefit the Child Advocacy Center. You can see one of the Marks is going to town right now, plating our diver scallops. Tell us about this dish, Mark.
Diver scallops here come from up on the northeast. We get them fresh delivered through our food purveyor that comes down here. The Israeli couscous is more of a little puff couscous, and we cook that with roasted tomatoes, and then we pan-seared them off, a little extra virgin olive oil. We're going to finish it with a little citrus beurre blanc sauce.
All right, sounds great. And we talked about the setting for Grace, the rooftop dining. But tell us a little bit about the menu. What other things you're going to find on the menu there?
Everything's from scratch kitchen. We make everything fresh in house. We have everything from appetizers, salads. We have good steaks in there. We have wet aged, dry aged beef. Then a full array of desserts. Lunch menu we started a few weeks ago, and we expanded that as of today. So we have some of our nightly favorites along with our lunch favorites on there as well.
All right, so you got to go and check them out. And a great time to go check them out would be Tuesday, January 24th. Mark from Renaissance, tell us about what takes place on Tuesday, January 24th.
Sure, there's the Cuisine for Kids event that takes place, and so basically on the 24th you can go out and patronize 25 different restaurants in our community, and part of the proceeds all go back to supporting the Child Advocacy Center to fight child abuse in our community. So it's very easy. All you got to do is just go to the restaurant, and a portion of those proceeds will go. So I would encourage everybody to check it out.
All right, so that's 1 week from today, right?
Yeah.
Today's
Yeah.
Tuesday,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
All right. So in exactly 1 week, make your plans to go on out to one of these fine establishments, including Grace, to try this all out. I already had half a scallop here while he was talking. I'm going to eat the other half right now because it is absolutely delicious. Mark and Mark, great job. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll have more information about the event online. And we have Mark and let's pass it over to the Funky Bunch, Matt Barenton.
That's right.